for you to understand that is savings. So if you don't understand that is savings, it's up to you. But we have made savings.
Mr. Speaker, I'm questioning the statement that this is savings.
Appropriations, we don't include the tax refund.
Ever since I saw Honorable Keso at Forson, yes, me won't say Honorable Tim said we drag a crabby. Honorable. Hey, you know the Finance Minister of the Republic, through the process of taking off the betting tax, the e-levy from the people of Ghana, Honorable Jaipa, because of said the behavior from the former Finance Minister. Hey, am I Honorable Jai? Honorable Amin Adam, say, Mr. Speaker, I don't even understand the savings that we are having here. Honorable say, anti savings, I say. Honorable say, as the former Finance Minister, savings on TBDA. What is the function of the savings? And I said, within that structure, saving, what role is it playing? This is the BJ Show with What's in Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, do well to subscribe if you haven't. And then if you have, do well to share the link and also like the video for people and also share the link. Thank you. Sorry as well. All right. Now, Honorable Keso at Forson, the Finance Minister, got angry after the former Finance Minister asked him to explain the term savings. Hey, Honorable Sorry and said, Mr. Speaker, in fact, the behavior of these NPP MPs, hey, Mr. Speaker, it doesn't tell it at all. Why? Because you know that saving is savings. As the former Finance Minister, whenever we talk of savings, what are we saving? And I said, what are we even saying? Savings is savings. We are saving savings. So if you don't get the word savings, forget about it. Honorable Keso at Forson, and then the former Finance Minister, Amin Adam, the banter that happened between them. I would say, Honorable Bryan Achempong. Hey, say it.
Yes, Honorable Ranking Member.
Thank you, right, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm questioning the statement that this is savings.
Honorable Member.
He's talking about something else.
Honorable Member, point of order does not allow you to question.
Well, Mr. Speaker, point of information. Because I was talking about the fact that it is not any savings. The law says that what is not spent should go to the consolidated fund. So that is part of government revenue already. What the minister is seeking to do is to front load the spending of the 3.8, but it is not savings, Mr. Speaker, unless they have a different definition of savings. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Finance Minister.
Mr. Speaker, first, I want to put on record that the tax refund amount is not part of total revenue. It is always treated as negative revenue in the fiscal. Mr. Speaker, the tax refund amount of 6% has always been treated as a negative revenue. So the revenue that has always been reported excludes that 6%. The Speaker, number two, in the past, the amount accrued into the tax refund account has been misappropriated. Misappropriated in the sense that the Revenue Administration Act is so clear as to what you can use the tax refund account money for. The Speaker, by failing to spend, and the Speaker, most importantly, by sticking to the law alone, what you have done is that you have saved the taxpayer some money. So, Mr. Speaker, I don't understand what the former Minister of Finance is trying to say. Mr. Speaker, definition of savings, savings is savings. We do not have different definitions for savings. If in the past, monies that were supposed to be used for tax refund purposes was, for some reason, used to pay for certain contractors, and another government decide not to use the money to pay a particular contractor, and you don't call this savings, then what it is? Mr. Speaker, what it is? The difference is that we have decided as a government not to spend the money on things that has not been appropriated. we have decided to spend the money for the purposes of tax refund. And so, Mr. Speaker, we have made money available, additional money available for appropriations. And so, if he doesn't understand that this is savings, Mr. Speaker, I don't know the definition of savings. Mr. Speaker, we have made savings from abuse. We have stopped the bleeding. That's what we have done. And that is savings. And if you want us to go on that road, we'll go on that road to define what savings are. Mr. Speaker, in the past, some of these resources was used to pay for services that we do not have contract for. Going forward, we are saying we are not spending on that. And so going forward, that expenditure that we have cancelled, we have saved it. That is savings. That is savings. That is the definition of savings. And so for me to put it in proper context, for you to understand, that is savings. So if you don't understand that is savings, it's up to you. But we have made savings. Going forward, we will not use the taxpayers' money for this purpose. Simple.
All right, so that's the honorable members for us. Former finance minister against the current finance minister. We like that. We like where we are going. And then we like the propaganda. No wonder you people should keep quiet. At the end of the day, you say you do 2 a.m. You be want no position so you want the you when you bounce now buy you some in nation. I will say honorable Bryan Achempong and Anwar to I see, Mr. Speaker, we the minority, we the micro minority. It is not like we don't agree with taking off the e-levy and all those taxes. No, we agree with it. But the content at which the finance minister and then the MDs, they want to take some things. It is getting out of hand. Hey, honorable Bryan Achempong, open your Greek minister, Yanto Anokasa. Time I say Anokasa was when Okuja to Abrapa, honorable, started allegations, you want to buy the snake. And also, it was not just any nearby allegations, but I think it was being backed by some document. Honorable. Honorable Bryan Achempong.
This is a matter of savings. And all we're saying, we don't disagree with the finance minister what he wants to use the revenue for. It's at his discretion and it's a matter of policy. But the statement that savings is being made is what we are dealing with. And these are the facts. Mr. Speaker, when we pass appropriations, we don't include the tax refund because it is not, at the time, revenue of government. It is refunds that are supposed to be paid back to service providers or companies. So we don't add it or we don't appropriate it. But at the end of the period, that amount of money, whatever is left, is added back to the Mr. Speaker, what we do with it going forward is a matter of policy. But it is not, whatever is left is revenue that is now clawed back into the consolidated funds. So it is, if the previous government, if the money goes into the consolidated fund, Mr. Speaker, that money will be spent on roads, will be spent on health, will be spent on whatever. So if the previous government was spending the money on any other thing, Mr. Speaker, that is allowed. But what it is that extra money that is not refunded, that is going back into the consolidated fund, cannot be classified as savings. It is because it is not savings. It is part of government, it becomes part of government revenue. You have not saved any money. If you have 10 cedis to pay back to MTN, and MTN, after reconciliation, you have to pay them 6 cedis. The 4 cedis remaining, Mr. Speaker, can never be classified as savings. That 4 cedis is paid back into government revenue, as revenue, not as savings. You have not saved any money. So it's not as though another government, and if that 4 cedis goes into the consolidated fund, you can spend it on roads, you can spend it on health. So it is not as though a previous government, which is spending these 4 cedis on roads, on health, or other things, is being reckless. Because you have not saved any money that you are now going to tell the whole world that the 4 cedis savings that the 4 cedis a revenue that we are going to pay back into the consolidated fund, Mr. Speaker. It is savings, and therefore, because the other government spent it, they were reckless. This is not savings. It is money going back into the consolidated fund, and we are happy for the finance minister to use it or to add it as part of appropriations to spend it anyhow he so desires. But it is no new savings that have been made. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
So that's Honorable Bryan Achempong, the former Agric minister, the man who said, if there is anyone who will say good things about me and also predict my success, it should be you.
This is the BJ Show with Boatin Josant. Don't forget to subscribe.